Hey there, writers and muse daters. I want to talk to you today about writing groups. So this is something that writers come to me and want to talk about every day. And when they do, they're talking to me usually about how frustrated they are with where they've been and also frustrated that they can't find the right place to be. So some of the experiences that they talk about having in these kind of writing groups are a lot of frustration around not having a sense of belonging, not really feeling a sense of community. And one of the things that I especially hear about from these writers is around not getting the help that they need from a group, and that can be around feedback, that can be about negativity and a lot of backbiting that happens in groups, a lot of comparison, that kind of thing. And so they're feeling really frustrated. They're feeling like they want to have a place where they can go and really have a quality writing experience, but they haven't found it. And all of those frustrations and conversations are what led me to create this group called Write to Publish. So today I want to talk about what we stand for in Write to Publish and how we came to be and what we do here. So here in this group, Write to Publish, we have a lot of structure. And so when you came in, if you read the group guidelines, you found out how we structure our group. And that isn't just a willy-nilly decision that we made. We put this group together very deliberately around my personal study of neuroscience, how your brain thinks and creates the best. And when we did that, we found certain things. So this is all based on neuroscience. So let me tell you some of what we found. So one of the things that we found is that negativity in a group not only feels bad, not only ruffles your feathers, but it also doesn't work from a neuroscientific standpoint for you to be able to learn and create well. So what does that mean here in Write to Publish? It means that here in Write to Publish, what we stand for is supportive interactions, supportive group members, and you've seen that. If you read any of the posts, if you read any of the comments, you will see what a caring, kind, and compassionate group you have joined by joining Write to Publish. That's very different from what you're going to see in other groups here on Facebook, where there are a lot of insults, there's name calling, criticism. I mean, I have seen some really atrocious things in other groups, and we absolutely do not tolerate that here. And we've had to ask people to leave the group because they weren't on board with our priorities for what a writing group should look like. What else? In other groups, one of the things that's really frustrating for people is that they've got kind of a dump and leave philosophy. What does that mean? People jump in, they're like, buy my 99-cent ebook, and then they leave, and they never really interact. They just want everybody to read their ebook. You've never seen a post like that here in Write to Publish because we simply don't allow them. We do sometimes tell you about programs that are tried, true, tested, and we absolutely know work, not just from a results perspective. Of course they work from a results perspective, but we're interested in you as a writer, as a person, as a whole person. And so all of the programs that we endorse here in Write to Publish also work from a neuroscientific standpoint. There goes that word again. You can hear that that's really important to the work that I do, that it works well with your brain. That's really important to you as a whole person. What else? People in other groups are frequently asking for feedback. They want beta readers. They want to send you some pages. They want an Amazon review, whatever it is. They're looking for feedback. And tomorrow I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what feedback addiction is, And here today, I'm here to tell you about what we stand for. So let me tell you about what we stand for around feedback, because you've never seen a post allowed in this group asking for feedback. We do have amazing feedback structures, and guess what? They're all based on neuroscience. Look, when you get feedback, it's one of the most important interactions that you have around your writing. You don't want to be fooling around with this and doing it in the wrong way. So all of the structures that we have for feedback here in Write to Publish are, you guessed it, based on neuroscience, on the way that your brain learns, creates, and revises the best. And you can ask anyone in this group who has had this feedback experience. It is empowering and it works. Not only is it empowering and it works better than any of those other, hey, be my beta reader systems out there, right? And you've heard me say this before, maybe, just maybe, you're going to find an amazing feedback giver and someone who just innately understands the way that the brain works. But probably not. So we want to protect you from that for your own good. We don't allow beta readers and all of that business that happens in other groups here, because we care about you, and we care about you writing to publish, because that's why you're in a group called Write to Publish, so that you can get that done. We don't want you to do things that are harmful to your brain. So we can't have this caring and amazing community unless everyone is caring and creating community. So you may not know this, but we have a lot of resources here in the group. If you look up in one of the corners, I'm not sure which, you'll see a tab called videos. We have an entire video library to answer a lot of the questions that you ask on a regular basis. So you ask me things like, how do I finish a novel? What do I do with my characters, my plot arc, all of those things? We've got videos on that, tons of videos. How do I publish my book? Should I self-publish? Should I traditionally publish? What does that even mean? What does that look like? How do I know that I've got a reliable publisher? We've got videos on that. And then lastly, in the last phase, how do I market my book and sell it and get readers to actually read it and give me positive reviews? We've got videos on that. You knew I was going to say that. So check those out. Those are an important part, and you can always ask questions. So if you watched a video on any one of those things and you've got questions, post them. That's what we're here for, is to help you to write to publish. In addition to the video library, you can always post your writing questions here in the group. So if you're working on something and you've got a question, we'd love to hear about it. Sometimes people post silly questions like, if you were a Lord of the Rings character, who would you be? That kind of stuff is fun too. We like to get to know each other and really create a community. Listen, here's what's really important. This is your writing community center. This is the place that I want you to come and feel supported and cared for and nurtured in the process of writing to publish. That's really, really important, and that's what this space is for. That's why we don't allow the negativity, the criticism, the poor feedback. All of those things are out in this group so that we can really be in a safe, held space where your brain is functioning at optimal capacity and you can be the writer that you want to be. That's what we stand for here in Write to Publish, and I'm glad to have you as a part of it. So get engaged today. Check out some of the posts, comment on them, say hello, tell us what you're writing, tell us what the weather is out your window. We would love to hear from you and get to know you. Thank you for being a part of this community, and happy writing.